I want to start this video by giving you guys a sneak peek of what I built during this video using some very cool antique Lego parts. I was rummaging through my parts drawer and I came across these Lego General Store windows. These are from an old Western series set, and I thought they would look really good using dark tan and olive green colors to build a small building. So I got to work. Of course, I started doing the Mills plate first. The Mills plate that I'm building here is a 16 by 32. In the center of the Mills plate, I use the off-brand product that I always tell everybody about, which is the Brickyard base plates. This particular Brickyard plate is only 16 by 16, and the reason that I like to use them is because I drill holes through them, which I'm sure you'll see a small glimpse of me doing that at some point during the video to bring my wire up and through. Lighting up my buildings is exactly what got me started with doing Mills plates. As you can see, what I do is I have a male on the one side, a female on the other, and then I have a female on the inside as well. The reason that I do this is I'm able to interchange my buildings anywhere in my city at any time because I wire them all the exact same way. Now, after giving the splitter a little test, back to work. Right now I'm adding the gas meter and the electrical meter because I wanted to add as many details as possible, both to the inside and the outside. Even though I don't add a lot of details during this video to the interior, I will be adding more at a later date. What you saw me doing, though, is I took the original 3x4 boxes that Lego sells, and I didn't like them. They were too big, so I just downsized them and made my own 2x4 red boxes to put some vegetables and stuff in. Now I'm working on the ice chest. And what the ice chest is for, it's for beverages, milk, orange juice, things like that, because it's a general store. So I want to have a lot of different products inside of the store. After looking at everything and trying to figure out where I was going to put all the details on the inside of the building, I ended up swapping over the stairs. And I did that for a couple reasons. One, I wanted to give myself space to get a stairwell to go up to the second floor. Number two, I didn't like how the fact of it being in the one corner, it was taking away my ability to add a lot of different details. And I started doing the stairwell first from the right-hand side coming up, and then I decided it would be better coming from the front, coming around. But it was going to leave me with this empty space underneath the stairwell. And as you can see, or at least I'm hoping you can see in the video, what I ended up doing is I put a door on the front of that little bitty space, and I made the space underneath the stairs a bathroom. So to me, it was just another way to add some really cool details. And then because you want the bathroom to be private, what I did is I built a little stained glass window to put in place and in the bathroom. And then I even put a little stained glass above the rear door as well. I'm trying to hurry up and finish up getting the walls on the back and the front, but I didn't like how the back still looked kind of flat. So what I did is I put a little awning above the bathroom window, and I still personally don't like it. So what you'll see me do here in just a minute is rip everything off one more time. Might even be, there it is. And I finally put a little awning over the back door as well. To me, it just didn't look right. I needed to have that extra greebling. Now I'm trying to figure out the plate work for the second floor of this. And it was a little bit of a pain in the rear, but I finally did get it going. And once I did, I just started slapping the bricks on as quick as I could because I already had most of this planned out and set to the side. So I was able to quickly just start reassembling everything. What you'll see me doing with all the windows, and I did it on the first floor as well, is all the windows are recessed by a jumper plate. And I'm doing that just because even though I have the masonry bricks on the facade of the build, I don't feel that's enough greebling on it, and I always like to recess my windows a little bit if at all possible. And I do the same thing on the rear here, but what I decided to do again, because I wanted to add details, is I thought, you know what, it would be kind of cool to put a very small balcony or fire escape, if you will, coming off of one of the windows. And what I'll even end up doing after I get the windows all assembled and I start getting the walls up, I thought, you know what, I want to add a little bit more. So I put a little window air unit on the one window just to give it a little bit more detail. And I was really happy with that. But now coming up, I thought I might as well add some awnings on top of these windows also to match the first floor. And then I still wanted to add the stair to get all the way to the top, or the fire escape to get all the way to the roof also, because it's a tall building and you want to be able to access the roof if you need to, of which we're going to start working on right now. The roof was just extremely basic. All I did is I tiled up everything on the second floor. I use a 16 by 16 plate because the building is physically 16 by 16 studs. I get everything tiled. I put the 16 by 16 plate up. I put a little greebling on the facade, use 1x4s to finish off the rest of the roof line, and then I tile above that. And then what you see me working on is because I didn't like the ladder there by itself. So what I actually ended up using is 2 black jousting rods to give the fire escape a little bit more of a unique look, and also to give you some handrails to grab while you're going up and down it. The last thing I did is I wanted to add a light to the exterior on the back because I felt the porch that I was going to build onto it needed some type of exterior light. And at first I just tried to stick it right underneath the awning and I didn't like it. And then what I ended up doing is coming off to the side and putting a very small light there. Now we get to do the very finished details. To me, it needed to have some sort of railing on the back, so I fashioned up a small black railing to put up, and then I tile everything in, and then you'll even see me add some trash cans and such. And here is the final finished product. I personally think this looks amazing, and it's really going to look great right across from the train station. And if you haven't seen my new channel and you want to see where this is going to be getting placed in my city, don't forget to go over and check out my Bevins Bricks channel, because this will be getting placed in my city in my next city update video. But again, as you can see the back, I did a lot of little details. I got the little shutoff on the gas meter. I left the concrete a little bit busted up. I have the steps with the little porch. I have some trash over on the left. I have some debris and whatnot throughout the back of this thing. And then again, if you look real carefully to the fire escape above, you can see those 2 black jousting rods that I used to give it a little bit more of a unique look. I feel like this looks really good. Keep in mind, you're not going to see either side of this building because there will be buildings on both sides of it. So I didn't worry about any details on the side at all. But now let's take a look at this thing with the lights off. And now that I have it with the lights off, me personally, I feel that I need to add just a little bit more. And the lights that I want to add is quite simply, the back is perfect. I don't feel it needs anything. But as I spin it around and look at the front, I need that general store, the red general store sign absolutely needs to be illuminated. It doesn't look good without the lights on it. So even though I'm leaving the building this way for now, you can expect to see, once it's installed in my Lego city, to have some lights on the general sign, and hopefully it'll be placed in the next city update next Monday.